ございます。何やられてる方ですか？エクアスクルやってます。朝比奈陽子さん、俺 YouTube 見ましたよ。YouTube 見ました。めっちゃおもろかったです。めっちゃコメントしてくれた方ですよね。めっちゃいい YouTube ですね。誰目線やねん。誰目線やねんお前は。とんでもないっす。多分年近いと思うんで頑張りましょう、お互いに。ありがとうございます。 夜の真ん中不安になんて出られないから帰る場所もないのにさすになんで懐かしくないさてよし瞬間作メールか So did that change depending on your age? Did that change depending on your age? For example, when you're in the middle school, did you only care about looks? Did you care only about looks? Did that change did that change depending on your age? Did that change depending on your age? So for example, when you're a child, when you're middle school, so did you only care about looks? Did you only care about looks? What's your type? What's your type when it comes to looks? When it comes to looks, and have you ever had a bad experience with the dating app? Have you ever had a bad experience with the dating app? Like, have you ever met a really terrible guy like through the dating app? Yeah. Do you have any mishaps for boyfriend? Do you have any like mishaps for like boyfriend? Yeah, I think that's something you really need to pay attention to when you're dating someone. When dating someone, do you believe in love at first sight? Do you believe in love at first sight? Of course. Yeah. There are plenty of introverts. Some of who are like clingy and needy. Then there are some who are not interested outside at all. Of course, there are a lot of yeah. But to be fair, there are really lots of shy girls. Yeah, yeah. 全然いけるっすね。うん。Yeah, that's the point when you're looking for. Yeah, I think that's the point you really need to pay attention to when dating someone. Do you have any mishaps of boyfriend? Yeah, that might be why I end up with a weird image of what it's actually like. So that might be why I end up with a weird image of what it's actually like. That might be why I end up with a weird image of what it's actually like. So what do you think the hottest part of being in a relationship? What do you think is the hottest part of being in a relationship? I think the hottest part is getting so close that you can't. Mm, I think the hottest part is getting so close that you can't help and notice the things you don't like about them. What do you think is the hottest part of being in a relationship? That might be why I end up with a weird image of what it's actually like. That might be why I end up with a weird image of what it's actually like. So, what do you think of the hottest part? What do you think of the hottest part of being in a relationship? What do you think is the hottest part is of being in a relationship? Inevitably, we inevitably start noticing each other's flaws or like the things you don't like about them. You know, we inevitably start noticing each other's flaws or things that are hard to accept. That are hard to accept. Yes, in the end, the hardest part of the relationship is having to accept the negatives. In the end, the hardest part of the relationship is having to accept the negatives. In the end, the hardest part of being in a relationship is having to accept the negatives. Well, not just in romance, this applies to all human relationships. Well, not just in romance, this applies to all human relationships. So if I meet the right person, of course, I don't want to be in a relationship. But in general, I don't really need one. So I feel like I want one, maybe just 3 times a year. So if I had a girlfriend before, if I had a girlfriend, so even if I had a girlfriend, I think it's gonna be a like. I feel like I wouldn't be able to give the relationship my full attention. So there are there are a few times that didn't work out. I've had a few relationships that didn't work out because of that. So basically, I don't really need one. Very good. Next. So, but in Japan, there are a lot of like tendency to believe that men should pay for the date. Men should pay for the woman. Yeah. But in Japan, I think there is more of like tendency to believe that men should. I think there is more of a tendency to believe that men should pay for the woman on date. Yep. So you're the one who invites someone out, and that makes sense to pay. If you're the one who invites someone out, how do you think how do you think is Japanese personality compared to American? Yes. So what do you think are the most common among Japanese people? No. What kind of trait do you think is common among Japanese people? You are not. You don't seem like the type to cheat at all. If you had a girlfriend, I feel like you'd be super loyal and love her wholeheartedly. If you had a girlfriend, I feel like you'd be super loyal and love her wholeheartedly. I can tell you're a serious and sincere person from just our everyday conversation. I can tell you're a serious and sincere person just from our everyday conversation. So we suggest a trip or a claim right away, and the conversation doesn't clear, it'll be total nightmare. これはね、いける。So at first, I just started with a dinner at first, so I try to get to know the person better, you know? I started with a dinner and try to get to know the person better. So I don't think I'd ask them out for drinks right away. I don't think I'd ask them out for drinks right away. So I wouldn't want them to think I'm only after one thing. Yeah. To think. Yes. I don't think I'd ask them out for drinks right away. And I started with dinner and try to get to know the person better. Yes. What kind of sign do you give the person you like? What kind of sign do you get when you like someone? So I'm more of I might actually come off as distant. So when it comes to someone like I get nervous and can't easily say that I like you're really cute, man. So I know it might sound silly at my age, but still. I know it might sound like silly, but still. I know it may sound silly at my age, but still. So, but I don't really do anything that obviously shows I like someone. So I don't go for body contact or say it straight out. So do you want to marry? Do you want to get married? So I can't. I don't think I can really say it. I don't think I can really say it. There are too many things that I want to do every day. So I feel like even if I got married now, it wouldn't go well. So I feel like even if I got married now, I wouldn't go well. So like yes, there's probably get a girlfriend before seeing stuff like this. Very good. So how have you been? Like same as always. I'm giving you my all every single day. So giving you my all every day. It's got really busy at work. So it's got really warm all of a sudden, huh? It's gotten really cold all of a sudden. I'm still working at the same place. Are you having fun at work? It's so. I'm having a blast. And thank you for always being such a great teammate. So, what kind of work do you do? What do you do for work? So I'm Now I'm working as like English conversation coach, and I'm share a study method where introduce I'm running a YouTube channel. I'm running a YouTube channel where introduce a different way to learn. And喉やばい、肌やばい。Oh, fuck. And running a learning community. And I also manage a learning community. I'm actually doing three main things. First of all, no, one of them is my English coaching work. And so you might wonder, how do you teach English if you're not a native English speaker? But I'm not like English teacher as a like language learning school or anything. But it's not like I'm English teacher. But it's not like I'm English teacher, language school or anything. So I just teach how to learn English. My role is more about like teaching people, like how to learn English effectively. So as with anything, when you're learning on your own, so it's easy to give up and lose motivation. And as with anything, when you're learning on your own, it's easy to lose the motivation. Yeah. And I normally I stay on track with my students to motivate. No, I help the students stay on track by managing their learning every day. Stay on track by managing their learning every day and keeping them motivated. Yep. Kind of like the partner. So I help the students on track by managing their learning every day and like keeping them motivated. It's not like the teacher. I'd say I'm a partner than a teacher. I'd say I'm more of a partner than a teacher. Teacher, more like a guide who helps them. Yeah. So more like a guide who helps them move in the right direction. So the second one is learning our learning community. My second job is learning a learning community. It's kind of like club, and you know, people who are learning English or anything new tend to struggle when they study alone. People who are learning English or anything new tend to struggle when they study alone. So no one's watching, and it's easy. No one's watching. They can slack up and easy to give up. So as you probably feel the same. As a full-time worker in Japan, it's really busy, and by the time you get home, you're just like, oh, I don't want to do anything, right? So, but as a full-time worker, we are super busy, and by the time we get home, we just like, I don't want to do anything. So that's why I created a community where we recap the 5 a.m. and study English together. That's what I'm learning now. It's called Asaka's Community, and I'm also learning a YouTube channel. I also do a YouTube, and a YouTube share self-study method. まあいいでしょう. YouTube share self-study method for learning English. So I never studied abroad. I learned English through a self-study for 3 years. I've never studied abroad. I learned English through a self-study over 3 years. Most learning, no, I mean like I've never studied abroad. I learned English. I learned English through self-study. Through self-study. I've never studied abroad. I never studied abroad. I learned English through self-study over 3 years. The most English learning YouTuber have studied abroad or grew up speaking English. So I barely like when abroad. I barely went abroad and still learning. So I share my method. So I was basically a nerd, just studying at home all the time, and sometimes, yeah, every now and then I also film the blog like this. So seeing me actually speaking English can be motivating, right? So like, hey, you can get pretty good without going abroad. So let's say the YouTube and coaching, like English learning community, and this style. So basically, my coaching, my morning city community, and my YouTube style, I started them all because I wish that something like this existed when I was a beginner. I started them all because I wish that something like this existed when I was a beginner. So everything comes from this idea. Everything comes from this idea. If I were my past self, I totally pay for this. I totally watch this. Every every everything comes from this idea. If I were my past self, I totally pay for this. So everything comes from this idea. If I were my past self, I totally pay for this. I totally watch this. I don't know how it is now, but the Japanese typical like elementary school, the middle, like high school, university are like terrible, you know. But the English class in typical Japanese elementary, middle, high school, and university are pretty bad. So they focuses on like how much good score on the test. They focuses on getting a good score on paper test, and that's for like entrance exam and preparing for entrance exam. And the problem is those tests, exam studies are not like aimed at the helping the student become able to speak English. Instead, they focus on how much complex grammar you can memorize, how much complex grammar you can memorize, and how many difficult words you can learn, how many difficult words you can learn. So even though I studied English in school for 12 years from elementary to high school, I couldn't speak it. So no, it's not just me. It's not just most Japanese people can't speak English. So don't you think it's a serious problem? So this is actually a serious issue. So but Japanese, the national teaching style, the national education system hardly changing. So that's why I figured I'd just create my own way to learn English, and spread it myself by starting a business. So it's often said that like changing other people is hard, but changing yourself is really easy, you know? So I instead of complaining about things that won't change, I decided to take action my first. So it doesn't make sense, does it? Because my student and I practice like online for just 3 months, and all we can already speak at decent level. So this business was basically born out of frustration. So what's your career background like? So is it related to English? Is it related to English? So kind of work do you want to do in the future? What kind of work do you want to do in the future? So I honestly love all the work I do. So I just want to keep going with it. So and also I want to create on my own English textbook. What's your current goal? What's your current goal? What's your current goal? はい、ちょっと一旦オフにしますね。 はい、というわけで朝活がだんだん盛り上がってきましたね。今日は参加者13人ということで、非常に、今総勢で21人のグループなんですけども、半分以上参加してくれているということで嬉しいですね。火曜日の土平日にうれぴよね言うとおりますけど、はい、すいません。ピオだけいただきました。ありがとうございます。いいっすね。なんか部活みたいになってきましたね。なんかサッカー部かなみたいな。ワイワイにぎわいがね。意外に中の事情を言うと、僕が結構年齢若いんで誤解されがちですけど、意外に結構大人なコミュニティでして、20代後半から40代がメイン層となってます。はい。だから中でね、そんなプリキュアの話とかしてないですよ。The calling goal is here. The current goal is to reach 1 million subscribers on YouTube by 2027. Wow, why do you want to hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube? Why do you want to hit 1 million? I have two reasons. There are two reasons. So, what? The first of all, I want to achieve a goal I truly care about, and boost my sense of self-efficacy even more. So I also want to share. I also show. I also show my audience my journey of building self-efficacy. I also want to know, like my audience my journey of like building self-efficacy, so they can think maybe I can change too. And back in college, wanting to hit 1 million subscribers per fall, like being a real YouTuber. Back in the college, once I wanted to hit 1 million subscribers per fall, like being a real YouTuber. So, but I convinced myself there's no way I can do that and give up. So I didn't have enough confidence in myself or self-efficacy until my first year of college. I was a dreamer with so many things that I wanted to do. So, but I always like give up on like, but I have to spend my life giving up on like all of them. So, but after that, I started learning English from zero, became proficient. But after that, started learning English from zero, became proficient, scored 920 on the TOEIC, you know. But after that, I started learning English from zero, became proficient, scored 920 on the TOEIC, and and started my own business, which is going okay. As I kept reaching my goal step by step. I started thinking maybe. So I started thinking maybe I can achieve anything and really go for it. So that's why I want to achieve the goal. I want to give up on reaching 1 million YouTube subscribers. It's long way off right now, but I know I get there. So the second reason is really simple. I've been watching YouTube since elementary school and grew up with it. うれぴよです。毎日うれぴよです。 3ヶ月半にしてようやくちょっとコミュニティらしくなってきましたね。今までは結構少数制でやってましたけどね、結構こう知る人ぞ知る大学のサークルみたいなね、感じでしたけど、だんだん嬉しいっすね。なんか稲妻イレブンみたいですね。はい。吹雪四郎入ってきたよみたいなね。今までは染岡龍吾だけだったけどねみたいな。そう。今までドラゴンクラッシュしか出なかったけどね。はい。I love the boss watching and creating content on YouTube. So, are there any mishaps when choosing a job? So, I think the most important thing for me is whether it excites me. Being a YouTuber is the best. Being a YouTuber is the best. Yeah, so I can't stop feeling excited. So, there's nothing but possibilities. And honestly, if I focus more on business instead of YouTube, so I could probably make more money and like have more free time and make my life easier. But that just didn't excite me. So I openly declare my clear goal of reaching 1 million subscribers, and every time I do, people around me think, "What's up with this crazy guy?" But it sounds fun and it become the part of journey, journey. I absolutely love this feeling of everyone sharing the common goal and working towards something together. That's why I love what I do. というわけでシャドーイングしよう。シャドーイングして英会話。Okay. How have been? Same as always, giving you my all every day. It's got really busy at work. It's gotten so warm all of a sudden, huh? It's gotten so cold all of a sudden, huh? What do you do for work? I'm working as English conversation coach. I'm running a YouTube channel where I introduce a different way to learn English. I also manage a learning community. I still working at the same place. Like having a firm work. It's alright. I'm having a blast. Thank for always being such a great teammate. What kind of work do you do? I actually do three main things. One of them is English conversation coach. You might wonder, how do you teach English if you're not a native speaker? But it's not like I'm an English teacher, the language school, and anything. My role is more about teaching people how to learn English effectively. And as with anything, when you're learning on your own, it's easy to lose motivation and give up. So I help students stay on track by managing their learning every day and keeping them motivated. I say I'm more a partner than a teacher, more like a guide who helps them move in the right direction. My second job is running a learning community. It's kind of like a lot of people who learning English or anything new tend to struggle when they study alone. No one's watching and they just slack up, and it's easy to give up. And Paul feels the same, but it's full-time worker. We're super busy. By the time we get home, you're just like, I don't want to do anything. So I created a community where we wake up at 5 a.m. to study English together. That's what I'm writing now. It's called Ask Katsu Community. I also do YouTube. On YouTube, I share self-study method for learning English. I've never studied abroad. I run English through a self-study over 3 years. Most English learning YouTubers have studied abroad or grew up speaking English, but I barely went abroad and still learning. So I share my method. I was basically a nerd, just sitting at home all the time, every now and then. I also filmed a vlog like this. to me, actually speaking English can be motivating, right? Okay, you can get pretty good without going about. So basically, catching my morning study community in my YouTube style. I started them all because I wished something like this existed when I was a beginner. Everything comes from the idea. If I'm a pastel, I totally pay for this. I totally watch this. I don't know how it is now, but the English classes in typical Japanese elementary, middle, high school, is university is pretty bad. They focus on getting a good score on paper tests in preparing for entrance exam. The problem is that those tests and exams are not aimed at helping the student become able to speak English. Instead, they focus on how much complex grammar you can memorize or how many difficult words you can learn. So even though by studying the 12 years from elementary to high school, I couldn't speak it. It's not just me. Most Japanese people can't speak English. This is actually a serious issue. The national education system hardly changes. So I decided to start my own English learning lessons separate myself by starting a business. It's often said that changing other people is hard, but changing yourself is easy. Instead of the complaining about things that won't change, I decided to take action myself first. Is it? My student and I practice online for just 3 months, and we can already speak a decent level. This business was basically born out of frustration. What's your career background? Like, is it related to English? What kind of work do you want to do in the future? I honestly love all the work I do, so I'm just want to keep with it. I also want to create my own English textbook. What's your current goal? My current goal is to reach 1 million subscribers on YouTube by 2027. What I want to hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube. There are two reasons. First, I want to achieve a goal I truly care about, like boost myself, sense of self, self-efficacy even more. I also want to show my audience my journey of building self-efficacy. They can think maybe I can change too. Back in college, I once want to hit 1 million subscribers and proof of being a real YouTuber, but I can base myself. There's no way I can do that and give up. I didn't have enough confidence in myself or self-efficacy until my first year of college. I was a dreamer with so many things I wanted to do, but I spent my life giving up all of them. But after that, I started learning English from zero to become fluent. School 920 TOEIC. I succeeded in my starting own business. As I kept reaching my goals step by step, I started thinking, maybe I can achieve anything I really go for it. That's why I want to achieve the goal I once gave up on, reaching 1 million subscribers. It's a long way off right now, and I don't get there. The second reason is really simple. I've been watching YouTube since elementary school, and I grew up with it. I love both watching and creating content on YouTube. Are there any must-haves when choosing a job? I think the most important thing for me is whether it excites me or being a YouTuber is the best. I can't stop feeling excited. It's nothing but possibilities. If I'm being honest, if I focus more on business instead of YouTube, I could probably make more money, have more free time, and make my life easier. But it didn't excite me. I openly clear my clear goal reaching 1 million subscribers, and every time I do, people let me think, what's up this crazy guy? And it sounds fun, and maybe become the Pearl journey. I absolutely love the feeling of everyone sharing a common goal and working a tourist together. Sorry. I absolutely love the feeling of everyone sharing the common goal and working towards something together. That's what love what I do. Okay, what the... サークル部長です。OK、あとは英会話やって終わりだ。This is actually real nice routine. Okay. Baby, 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 no. Like. I'm just gonna leave alone together. Going down, down, down.やばい、10% しかない。充電がないよ。守りたいって言ったのさ、友達をさ見つけたけど、
Hey guys, it's Chica. 皆さんこんにちは、チカです。今回はネイティブの言葉です。これ使い方としてはめっちゃ説明の感じで教えてる。出てる。さあ、ここです。いつだからじゃあみたいな。今のはそうめちゃ欲しいです。あるね。これいくよ。みたいなニュアンス。なんていう意味じゃなくて、日本語訳が一番フィットするのは要は簡単に言うと、なんていう意味じゃなくて、日本語訳が一番フィットするのは要は簡単に言うとこれなので、そんなにフィットするのって要は簡単によく英語使ってる。 要はいろいろなことをやって、これからね。Hey guys, it's base っていうと簡単に言うとっていうような意味のしくみがされているんですけれど、ちょっと違う基本的にという訳し方がされているんですけれど、ちょっと違う個人的には要はそんな人は何をするのが好きなの？ I like to go to the park and read a book, have a picnic, go for a hike, go for a bike ride, basically anything that gets me out of the house. Basically anything that gets me 何をバイクを乗ったり要は外に出られることであれば何でもいい Basically 要はこういうことちょっと違うパターンで言うと What do you like to do on your days off? I like to go to the park and read a book or have a picnic, go for a hike or like go for a bike ride anything that gets you out of the house or like go for a bike ride で相手が anything that gets you out of the house 外に出かけるのが好きなんだね Yeah, basically そう要はそういうことっていうのです基本的に外に出れればいいみたいな感じなので基本的にっていう言葉としても訳せるんですけれど例えばこういうシチュエーションでは基本的にとは違う How often do you travel? It seems like you're out of the country all the time. How often do you travel? It seems like you're out of the country all the time. どのくらいの頻度で旅行するの？いつもここにいない気がする。基本的には日本にいる。言いたいとしたら I'm basically in Japan とは言わない。I'm in Japan for the most part. I'm in Japan for the most part. は I'm usually in Japan. I'm usually in Japan. というような言葉を使う。基本とベーシックで、ちょっとだけニュアンスが違って、基本は土台となるもの。基本的にはっていうと、ほとんどの場合はベーシックは一番簡単な要はっていうものなので、若干基本的にはで訳せない時がある。Does that make sense? It's so hard to explain. よくお店とかに行って、これは可能ですかと基本的にはそのような対応はしていないんですけれどっていうようなことを言ったりするじゃないですか。そういう時はベーシックを使わないんです。Usually no. We normally don't. 普通はいつもはっていうような。Basically の使い方ちょっと分かりましたか？
はい、皆さんお疲れ様でした。じゃあ一旦区切りつけていきましょう。
はい、というわけで皆さんお疲れ様でした。失礼します。